Dumpling Kishibayink. I'm gonna look up to the show. I'm considering more because I'm having a wonderful day on this um, first 11th June 2025 day. I'll come back on the Strawberry Moon. I made a video this morning. I was making a video yesterday, and I was kind of negative about it. I was like, okay, well, lately making content has felt more like a want, like a need versus I want to. My way of creating content is becoming less and less enthusiastic, less and less yeah, listen, less enthusiastic, and it was very negative. But I wanted to come back on it as a positive thing, because I'm not gonna let that stop me. I'm still gonna make content. I'm gonna make content until you're so tired of me and seeing me spam you that you're gonna unfollow. Yeah, that's the goal. Unfollowing, a mass unfollowing. Um, but at the same time, I feel like those emotions were justified this morning. This is how I felt, right? Maybe this is just a pass and a content creator. Maybe that's something that's normal. Maybe that's a like a passion. Maybe I was talking about purpose, right? Maybe purpose is out there. Maybe I just haven't found it yet. And the craziest thing is I was talking about purpose right this morning and lacking purpose and looking for purpose, but now that I'm relaxed that I'm inside of the 2020, um, I realized that before I was making videos, I had no purpose in itself. So I'm complaining about the lack of purpose, but I never had purpose, right? When was the last time I had purpose? I was making video games, right? It was making videos. I just did a video on Other Ring. That's why I'm talking about video games. And yes, we woke up not too long ago, so we woke up not too long ago, like at all. So yeah, coming back on it, yes, and I was talking about, and this is of course you gotta understand, right? You gotta understand. Uh, this is not my apology. This is just justifying why I acted that way. Um, you understand that when you bring your wall down, they're down, right? So for example, right, if you don't like a person, right, and you're managing them, and you're like, you know what, I don't need to fight with them. I don't like them. They can stay in their corner. They can stay in their corner. I'll stay in my corner. We'll be good. And then they do something to really piss you off. And then you talk up to them about something they did today, something that they did yesterday. And you're giving them shit, and you're giving them shit, and you're giving them shit. And you're like, wow, you really had a lot to say. You really had a lot on your mind. And you realize that I didn't necessarily have a lot on my mind. It's just things that I wanted to say for a while. What I said yesterday, what I said this morning. Um, Also, I'm being honest here. I don't talk to myself. Um, so when it comes time to analyzing how I feel, or doing some self introspection on how I feel, I don't really do it. I don't really ask myself, "Ink, are you okay?" Because life is not perfect. Even though you're not doing the best, you're like, okay, well, Ink, you gotta fight. You gotta push forward, dude. You gotta push forward no matter what, right? This is how it goes. This is how it should go, and this is life. This is positive. So that being said, yesterday, I felt like I'm Aquarius, as you can see. Otherwise, I'm wrong, and the tattoo is completely meaningless. Um, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I think I opened the floodgates for emotion, and they all poured out. And a lot of people are gonna see this video. A lot of people are gonna be seeing the content, and they're gonna be like, "Yo, Enk, you need to sleep, dude. It's not normal." And ultimately, I think that you're right. I think that you're right. I think it's not normal to be feeling that way because this is supposed to be something that is natural. This is something that is supposed to feel like this was always meant to be, you know? And it's a bit of a. I have to check out something. Because now something is bothering me. I don't know if I uploaded it. If I didn't, I'm fucked. If I did, I don't think I uploaded the video of this morning. Thank God. Okay, perfect. I did. Okay. because I did some filming yesterday. A lot of filming, guys. Yesterday, just to let you guys know, we did. You know what? Fuck it. Talk about this later because it's a really good news. Um, I opened up the floodgate of emotion, and it was something that needed to be said. It was something that needed to be done. See, I'm gonna take again the coworker that you don't like, right? And you give them shit, and you give them shit, and you give them shit. And then after that incident, you feel better, and you're not as bad as them because like, okay, well, it went a bit hard. I'm not sorry, but at least you know how I feel, right? And it's crazy because yesterday I was talking about purpose and not finding purpose, but yesterday we did, and I swear to God we did. I swear to God. I swear to God, we did 2 hours and 20 minutes. Then I went here and I did another 50. I did another hour and 6 minutes. So we did 2 hours 15, an hour 6. That's 3 hours and 32 minutes. I did 3 hours of content yesterday, and then that's not the first thing, because we did some videos first. We went out, we streamed for 3 hours, and I played I played Dead Cell for 3 hours. So I still managed to do a shit ton of work, which to me is, first off, it's great. Second of all, I think it's something that is still needed. See, there's a difference between finding a purpose and not doing it at all, you know? I'm gonna sound like this is gonna be very offensive, and I'm sorry. It's almost like a religion, you know? I was raised with the Bible, so it's like you're studying the Bible, and you're reading the Bible, and you're reading the Bible, and you're reading the Bible. And then you look at yourself and say, Father, why am I questioning myself? Why am I questioning my faith? Why am I questioning A, B, and Z? Why doesn't this feel natural? Why doesn't it feel like I can believe in something? Why am I questioning if God is all power and all knowing and the most powerful being and our salute, but also our savior, you know? Why am I having a hard time believing in him, you know? Yeah, this questioning. And the priest is just like, you just need to find your faith again, right? A lot of people are going to be missionaries. A lot of people are going to be going to other countries and looking at their belief, you know? It's tough because I feel like what got me to where I am today, what got me to the number of videos I did today, was a very tunnel vision. So we went into like a tunnel, if you will, and in the tunnel we walk and 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 walk, and that's making videos, making videos, and then I'm in the tunnel right now, and I'm looking right, there's a wall. I'm looking left, there's a fucking wall. I don't know how long I have to walk more. This is actually really good. I don't know how long I have to walk forward again to get out of the tunnel, but I know how long I've walked here. So I'm stuck in the middle, and I'm questioning, does this ever ends, right? But I'm not willing to go back because I worked so hard, you know? And yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's a mental space that's tough, because you never want to question yourself. But I feel like, and I don't see myself as this great content creator, this famous content creator, but I feel like everybody that's been making content, I had this question once in a while. You know, I'm watching this guy who's making content. I've been watching this guy who has been making content for 17 years. It would be foolish to think that he hasn't questioned making content once in 17 years. It would be foolish to think that. He possibly did. I hope he did. Because if he didn't, that would be weird. But at the same time, who am I to decide if it's part of the journey? If it's part of the journey for everybody, then this is a good part of the journey, because we're getting through it, you know? And if it isn't part of the journey, then my journey isn't supposed to be the same as someone else. See, as much as this sucks, right? As much as this sucks, there is a chance, there is a big chance. What am I saying? There's every chance in the world. The second I found a solution for that, I have a solution for everybody, for everything. You know? There's every chance in the world. I'm sorry, I feel like listening to Lorna Shore, Pain Remain. See? And this is a conundrum because either every single but this is so interesting. This is so fucking interesting. Like for two things. Like for example, right? Psychologically speaking, this is an evolution. See, man, this is so interesting. Psychologically, there's possibly a chance where I never asked myself this question. There's a universe where I never asked myself this question, and I just go down the route of making content for the next 25, 30 years, and it's just fun. Oh, by the way, we've been watching 16 Leos because we've been playing Elden Ring, and I need somebody in the background to listen to, and it's been amazing. It has been amazing. Shout out to 16 Leo. So, there's a timeline where I'm not asking myself the question. There's a timeline where I'm asking the question, and it's in 10 years, right? And then there's this timeline here. For that, you have to believe in multiverse, which is kind of crazy in itself, but hey. By the way, I lost this, and it's still in my ears. I'll go to my father's house tomorrow, and I'll take care of it. Pros of living next to my father. The other one is a reality where I ask myself this question in 10 years. And it's not a big deal, however, you know, am I not asking myself the question right now? Yes. Absolutely. Because I think it's important to ask yourself the question, if something is wrong. See, for example, right, let's say this question that I've been having, these insecurity that I've been having, right? Let's say, they're coming to Montreal, 28th of October. That is insane. Pain Remain, Dancing Like Flames. This is my favorite. This is my favorite of the band. I'm not sure. So. Also, I'm getting a lot of ads for it's a restart, so I'm gonna play it today. It's been a game that I wanted to play for a while, so I'm excited for this. So me asking myself the question right now is a good thing, it's a bad thing, because in a perfect world I don't ask myself the question because I never have these insecurities, right? But then this is not the worst scenario. We're gonna ask myself the question now. See, for example, right now, right? For example. And again, this is gonna be a bit obnoxious, a bit crazy, but you know me by now. This is how we do things here. So if I ask myself the question in 10 years, right? In 10 years, in a perfect world, I have a kid. I have 2 kids. I have 3 kids. I don't know if I want more than 3 kids, but for now, this is the dream, right? And a perfect world in 10 years, this is my job. This is the dream. This is what I'm doing. And now I have a family to feed. And this is a blessing in disguise, right? It's a blessing which is a fucking knife. It's a fucking knife, that blessing. Oh, I'm not using the knife. We're just using it for, I'm going to be testing some cheese after. Found this in, somebody left it on a shopping cart. And I'm asking myself the question, but this time I got a family to feed. I got a family. I got a wife. I got kids, right? This is my job. And I'm asking myself the question. Right now, we are single. We are living in a place where I love this. I'm living in a town that I love this. I don't have responsibility, right? I have responsibility, but they haven't changed in the last 10 years, right? Oh, I'm paying Wi-Fi. Okay, well, I'm paying Wi-Fi for the last 5 years. Oh, I'm paying my rent. Well, I've been paying rent since 12 years. I've been paying my hydro. Well, I've been paying my hydro since 12 years. You know? So, yes, there's responsibility, but there's no new responsibility. And they're always similar. Like, for example, the rent, I don't actually pay it. They take it off of my bank automatically. The hydro, I don't pay it. They take it off my bank automatically. My phone, I don't pay it. They take it off my bank automatically. You know? So it's a mindless action. It's an automatism. I don't have to lift a finger. Because I don't lift a finger, don't ask me to lift a finger, right? So yeah. So this I'm gonna put. I shouldn't put it because I don't want the plastic to go deeper. However, look, it's not in the hole. But see, the answer doesn't lie, and again, this is how crazy art is. Crazy life is. I'm playing tonight. I'm playing more. I'm streaming more. Elden Ring. And Elden Ring. I'm in this perfect world where yesterday was a rough day because I didn't finish the story. It's like I played this game 4 times. I don't need to pay attention to the story because I know the story. Then at the same time, I was like, you know what? I'm fucking excited to play Elden Ring today. I am fucking excited to play Elden Ring today. I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing, but this is how I feel. And that's the craziest thing. Okay, and this is the root of evil. This is the root of insanity. This is why I'm gonna end up in a mental hospital. Remember me. This song, dude. This song is the chorus. A World Without You isn't well for me. This is so good. See, I was complaining about not finding a purpose, right? I was complaining about, you know what? I don't know why I'm filming. I don't know. I don't have a reason to film, right? But we woke up, right? I had a snack, took a shower, thank God. And the first thing that I did, we did a cheat out before. My intro, how I felt about Elden Ring. And that's it. This is the 12th video. Technically, no. Technically, this is my 6th video because we're doing a nature corn. But we're also playing the tower 3 times, so yeah. 6 videos. It's the first thing that I did. So I'm trying to say, in a more positive fashion, is am I doing this as soon as I wake up because I want to or because I feel natural? Am I doing this because I want to do it or is it because it's feeling natural? And ultimately speaking, it doesn't really matter why you do things, as long as you're doing this. People will say, hey, you need to fold your clothes. Not really. Low wet, the world has made, and suddenly see a world without you is a man for me. Where do you go when I close my eyes? Oh, that song, dude. Lorna Shore, Pain Remain, incredible. Incredible. We listened to it yesterday because we were doing you know what, the Strawberry Moon. And you know what? I was also listening to Nothing Nowhere. So let's listen also to Nothing Nowhere. Because guess what? After this, I'm gonna stop. And I come back at like 7:30, 7:40, and that's 7 o'clock already. I need to do the tournament. This is the Hammer. We're listening to a mix of Nothing Nowhere, so I don't get to choose, right? People will say fold your clothes, right? And then you'll tell them, they're all on my own, no promo. I gotta say I'm getting tats on my logo. I remember everybody getting my show. And then I'm back like a yo-yo. And I ask you all the table. At my table. Not a day job. Just make the merchandise of a merge job. If not done, you don't think you sing it is. You're not feeling this, you probably delirious. I'm more what, it's a more what. It can never be me, cause I'm the reaper in your dream, cause. And you see, this is the definition of insanity. Not me, I'm more one. This is a more one. They can never be me, cause I'm the reaper in your dream, cause they get tired on the run, Santana. Let it be team like my name, Danny Phantom. Let it do like my name, Danny Phantom. Man, like a motherfucking I'm a living to the young Santana. Bro, this song, bro. Too loud, my name, Danny Phantom. My shit bangs like a motherfucking hammer. I'm up now. See, insanity. This is insane. The way I'm feeling right now is insane. This search for purpose is insane. But then I'm fucking singing a song that you don't know what it is. Now that's insanity itself. From the perception, people tell you fold your clothes. I'm like, no, why fold your clothes? You'll still wear them. Oh, you will get crease. You tell me I'll get more crease from a shirt on the floor than a fold-up shirt. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. See, you question things. Why am I doing my bed every single day when I live alone? Right? Then a lot of people will say, well, this is just the way we do things. This is just normal. I was wearing a watch. And it says this, I know that it says, this we're going side tangent, but fuck it, you know me. I was wearing a watch, right? And here, you can see that the watch, I would put it here, would hide this. But here, you can see that there's nothing to hide, right? I'm gonna hide the bottom of the skull and a flower. So I was wearing my watch on the right, and it was offending people, like, yo, why are you wearing, you put your watch on the left hand? And I'm like, who gives a shit, right? Why do the problem with that is in those two cases is sheep mentality, is herd mentality, is the hive mind society where everybody does the same thing and talk about the same thing and feed the bigger system, which is the queen of bees, but the system feed the system that is the government, right? This look for purpose is nuts. I was talking to my parents today. It was a really nice conversation with both of them, and they were so fucking happy because I'm working. And I was talking about this morning also, during the Strawberry Moon Hunt. I was talking about this also. Like, I've been working so fucking hard for the last 4 years on making content. You know? It's kind of crazy because for almost 6 years now, I've been watching the Psycho series, which is McJuggerNuggets piece, right? Which is McJuggerNuggets piece. And it's about a kid who wants to be a YouTuber, and his parents don't believe in him. And when you make content, it's very relatable. My parents believe in me, but they don't believe. My parents believe in me, but don't believe in the possibility of this being viable. Yeah, it could be a typo. No, fuck a typo. Shot down another rifle. No, rifle. Ain't suicidal. See, in this song, which is Pretend. I'm on the edge. You're in my head. No, tell me you need me. Pretend, unless you don't. I don't know when this will end. Tell me you're scared now, even if you don't. Baby, we can play pretend. You don't know how you struggle every panic attack. See, and this song also, what he's saying is super, super important. Is it all important? Is it all pretend? Is it all a dream? Am I just pretending like I'm doing something important, you know? And damn, not knowing if this is... And they see me doing a job, right? Which is great. I love seeing them happy. However, what it sucks is I wasn't even finished telling what the job was, and they were both fucking happy. Oh, you found a job finally, finally. What if I was a fucking porn star? What if I was jerking off dudes to survive? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that if you're straight. And you're basically doing something that's for money, you know? But even then, I feel like they'd be proud of me. And although I'm grateful for the feeling of them being proud of me. I'm grateful for how they're reacting. It doesn't feel normal. It doesn't feel like it makes sense. Well, and tell me you're scared now, and if you want, baby, we can play pretend. It doesn't make any sense. You're proud of something that I don't want to do, and you're not proud of something that I do. And at the same time, you don't need people's approval. You don't need people telling you, "Hey, I'm proud of you." You don't necessarily need somebody to tap you on the back and say, "Hey, I'm proud of you." It's nice though, you know. I don't need my parents' approval, but as their only child, I want to make them happy. You know, I was talking about this before. I was talking about how a caring system, which is the way I called it, and the caring system was still about how much do I care. Do I care enough about you to lie to you? Do I care enough about you to forgive you? Do I care enough about you to let certain things flies? You know. And the care system is me wanting to make my parents happy. But the care system is also not believing in a truth. A truth where the only way that I get to survive is by working a 9 to 5. See, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. People think, oh, Ink, you don't want to work. You don't know how much I'm working, first of all. Second of all, there's nothing wrong with a 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with that. I wish...